Hi people, Marino Ravenberg here again as always and as usual. Yeah, as you can tell from the header of this video, it's quote unquote movie time again. I'm going to highlight another movie in relation to the occult merit it has. And if you haven't seen this movie before and you're interested in checking it out after I'm done, you can check the link in the description below. I'm going to add a link for simply streaming it for free as well as downloading it for free. Again, check the link in the description below before I continue. Now, the name of today's movie is called The Ruins, or the movie that I'm going to discuss in this segment, The Ruins. It was released in 2008, and long story short, it is about a group of American travelers that are on vacation. They're juvenile, so they're essentially in their 20s or between 20 and 30. You know, the whole youthfulness spring break types, or the youthfulness spring break types that simply go on vacation. And in any case, they went to Mexico and they wanted to do some historical sight viewing, and they are led. They specifically sought it out, as far as I remember in the movie, or as far as I recall. In any case, they either deliberately went to that location or they were led or guided on an off the beat path to a specific Mayan temple or Incan temple. In any case, an old South American indigenous temple. And it turns out that the temple, that's why the movie is called The Ruins, of course. I mean, common sense points that out. The ruins of a specific Mayan or Incan temple. And it turns out that the place is haunted, and they end up stranded on that location because the second they arrive there, they're essentially coerced or forced into staying on the ruins, on the plateau, so on the temple itself. The temple is built like a pyramid, similar to what you see in documentaries regarding the way that Mayan and or Incan or Aztec temples were built. In any case, Native American antiquitial style of temples. And they're essentially coerced to stay there by a group of natives. By natives, I don't mean Native Americans. I simply mean the local population. So essentially, a group of Mexicans simply see to it that they stay on that plateau and they do not come off. And the reason for that, as the movie progresses, becomes clear. It turns out that they regularly do this, and they essentially bring unwary travelers to this location as a means of human sacrifice for the entity or entities that inhabit that location, since the entities feed on the overall energy that any human sacrificial offering is brought to the table, in a matter of speaking. And in the movie, if you pay attention, at a certain point, they'll also throw salt around the entirety of the ruins. The reason for this should also be quite clear in terms of an occult merit. This is simply to contain the malevolent spirits and or entities within the temple itself, which is in real life also the case. If a location is haunted, salt is not only good for purifying the location from malevolent entities. If you essentially throw salt around the location, then it will also confine these entities or this entity to the specific location, essentially keeping the quote unquote beast in, if you will. And yeah, in the end, one of the female travelers does manage to escape alive, while the rest just either perishes or sacrifices themselves so she can escape, etc., etc. That's essentially the plot of the movie. On a scale of 0 to 10 from a neutral point of view, I would give the movie a 7. It's a good movie. Not a great movie, but a good movie. Worth watching if you've got nothing better to do, or if the topic really does interest you that much, or if you're just a horror movie fan and you haven't seen this already. As an occultist, yeah, this movie is interesting at a base level. Nothing more. So yeah, in case you intend on watching it, enjoy. Bye.